In this video, I will show you what it's like to be an application developer on Compliant Kubernetes. I will not actually be interacting a whole lot with Compliant Kubernetes myself. I'm actually going to have GitHub Actions do that for me. So, in this video, what I will want to do is I want my application to have a new application-specific metric, and then I want to look at it in Grafana. So let's take a look at what happens. So, here in Visual Studio Code, I'm adding the code to have my application-specific metric. It's just a request counter, and it just took a couple of lines of code. So I'm writing a commit message, and then I'm going to commit this to my Git repo, like that, and then I will push my changes to GitHub. And as soon as I've pushed these changes to GitHub, it's going to pick it all up and start running a GitHub action for me. So here we see my workflow, which will deploy to Compliant Kubernetes. So right now it was queued and it starts to run, and we can click on it and we can see that of course it consists of multiple steps. So the first couple of steps are really quick. They're about setting up the environment for the workflow, where we for instance, test the connection to the Compliant Kubernetes cluster where all this runs. What happens now on screen is that the container itself is being built and being pushed to the Harbor container image registry, where it will also be vulnerability scanned by Trivy. So we will see if there are any known vulnerabilities, and if we have set that up as a policy, we can of course also have Harbor forbid deployment of any image that would have critical, for instance, vulnerabilities. Right. What happens now is that the deploy step is underway. And we see that this application is being deployed using Helm. The reason why it's deployed using Helm is because the application consists naturally of a deployment, so the pods are running into deployment, but also there's a service, there's an ingress, and because we want this to be served securely with encryption over the internet, we also have Cert Manager manage a certificate for us so that that ingress is exposed in a secure way over HTTPS to web browsers. And some post checking has been completed, and now everything is green, the way you want your build system to be, and we should be able to see the new time series show up here in Grafana. So right now I'm running the query and I'm telling it to auto refresh because I want to see all the data that comes in a mostly live view. Here we also see that both instances are reporting their own time series. So we see one in yellow, one in green. We can also see a table at the bottom of the screen here with the data points. And this is very nice because this allows us to see, for instance, if load balancing works correctly. And it does. So first, one of them got a bit more traffic than the other. If we don't care about seeing individual time series, we can just summarize like this as well. So we just put the operator sum there as well. All right. So this is what it's like to be an application developer that deploys code to Compliant Kubernetes. You actually don't need to do more than write your code in Visual Studio Code and then have it all work automatically using your CI/CD system.